Hey there and welcome back to the channel. One of my emergency readings had Aries, Taurus, and Capricorn. So I'm kind of feeling like those signs really do need readings right now. So we're going to go to Taurus because Aries is already done and posted by the time you see this. This is kind of crooked, isn't it? Let me adjust. Okay. I was looking through my charm bag and I found these charms and I put them aside for Taurus right now. It's a little duck. It's not the one you may think, my Taurus friend. This one I found in a whole nother state. Little blue ducky. If you are a traveler, like a cruiser, you know how important ducks are. A card for a cruise line, obviously. And what got my mindset on this is I was putting something into the charm bag and I noticed this. It says open read. It's a message in a bottle. And it's got a little cork top. I didn't put that in my bag. So we're gonna open it and read it on air. And we also came out with amethyst, which is of course related to intuition, your third eye opening up, trusting your instincts, trusting your intuition. We have a new tarot card deck, so we are going to use this today. Shout out to the company that makes this one because, ooh, she pretty. It is Moon Shadow Floral Vow, Tarot. I found it on Amazon and it's delightful, and they were very careful when they packaged it. They bubble wrapped it and they wrapped the corners so that they didn't get banged up. So hopefully this is a good shot for you. I will pull the cards and bring them closer to the camera so you can see them. And let's dive into it. I feel like our theme is more nautical. We've already shuffled these and we're gonna go ahead and get going. Okay, and they're pretty good. They're on good stock too. The devil was in reverse, so some sort of obligations, something that you're bound to. Perhaps that's fading away, maybe a relationship, something that maybe consumed a lot of your time or your thoughts, as far as I don't want to just keep on saying obligations, but something that you felt bound to. It did come up in reverse. Queen of Cups, so the emotional side of life. Maybe sitting in our feelings. Are we dwelling on this or are we moving on? Justice. This could be a legal battle, so perhaps this is hearkening to a divorce or some sort of separation or some sort of contract void. I'm hearing contract void. Null and void, excuse me. Okay, and it had to do with our money. Eight of Pentacles, toiling the land. So whatever we were putting energy into, you gotta be really careful because you will have people who want to invest in you, but they'll also try to skim a little extra. And I don't want to say all people are like that because that's not where I'm going with this. But there's something about travel coming up for you, so let's see. Something feeling bound to, being emotional about this. Chain to. Oh, also, ships have anchors. So something about the anchor on the ship maybe. justice, so some sort of legal contract, and perhaps filling out money because we didn't read the fine print of something. Get traveler's insurance if we are traveling. Do those refundable tickets if we're going by air. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna zoom you guys in a little bit. I feel like you're so far away. Thank you. There we go. You guys can comment below if you don't like that, but I feel like you need to see it. So, Three of Pentacles, so rising above others, being seen for the work you've been done, but it seemed like it was coming up in reverse, so you don't feel like you're being seen. You don't feel like you're being valued right now. Wheel of Fortune, so things are turning in your favor. So whatever this is, this energy is shifting. Ooh! The Hermit just hit the message in the bottle and it knocked it over. I don't know if you saw that on camera. Maybe not because I pulled away. But it has fallen to the side. The Hermit. So going inwards, and we talked about sitting in our feelings. So not having a clear direction is coming through as well. Because the Hermit they have their lamp, but it's only showing enough light for the next step. So we're taking something a step at a time. One step done, then the next step. So this process seems like, what's the correct word? Arduous? Something where it's just like, it feels very tedious. This hit the message in the bottle, so let's go ahead and open it right now, since it begs to be read. There better be a message on this, by the way. Again, I didn't take care of this. Okay. Better to keep your mouth shut and appear a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. Oh my gosh, how scandalous. Better to keep your mouth shut and appear a fool than to open it and remove all doubts. I know who put this in my little charm bag. Okay, so the Hermit is you being very careful with your choice of words. We're very, very meticulous with our wording. Okay, words can de-escalate, okay, or they can project a thought that really wasn't ours, but is being perceived. Oh no, I put that in wrong. I put it in without the thing. Oh, I'm gonna have to put that aside and fix it. I forgot that little part. Oh, geez. Okay, it's gonna go over here. Yee. Not broken, just slightly slower. Okay, back onto it. Okay, so being very careful with our wording. You know, had a situation where we were traveling and obviously the plane got grounded because we were going from one side of the United States to the complete opposite end of the United States. And we were traveling in bad weather, not by choice, it was an emergency. And our plane got grounded. The airline was not set up to put anyone back in the air because there was frost on the wings, and they had to ground, I don't know, it was over 200 planes. And a lot of people were very, very upset and very argumentative with customer service and the different airlines. And we approached, my family and I, and we were just, how is your day going? It's all those niceties. And we ended up getting a room We ended up getting voucher for food. We got transportation to and from the airport via the hotel transport. But it's just the difference between, and this is so on point for our brand, it's the difference between, you know, keeping people with honey or soothing an issue with honey. Oh, this is so good. Okay. So what is the saying with the honey? Right? So it's vinegar versus honey. But there's also healing properties for honey. There's no expiration date for honey. I've been told, I believe, that you could use honey on a wound. There's like, it's very nutrient dense. If you are moving from one location to another, buying local honey is supposed to help you so that you don't develop allergies for your new location, or to help improve allergies. So this is very interesting, honey. And we literally are all about the bees here. Okay. I'm loving that. I'm loving it. Okay, the tower. So some sort of calamity. You know, something built on slightly shaky ground. This is usually depicted as a castle built on sand, but we are literally by the ocean right now, right? This is something to do with your travel and your movement. So are we building a sand castle? Maybe you need to go back to the ocean. There's something healing about putting our feet in the ocean as well. Or maybe travel plans don't go quite as we expected. But again, it's honey versus vinegar, honey versus some sort of sour outlook on life. How we choose it. Two of Pentacles, so again, juggling financially, juggling in and out, like the expenses versus the money coming in. So everything, like right now, it doesn't seem like it. Like there's going to be enough to cancel out a bill, but you lay it all out in front of God, and somehow, some way, the money finds its way to you. And yes, it's not extra, but it is exactly enough. Okay? And we're saying that because look at what we have above. We have, it would normally be seen as an infinity symbol. But I want you to consider the possibility of it being a Mobius strip. Whereas to say, if you took a piece of paper, excuse me, let me grab something. If I took this piece of paper and I did it like this and I taped it, it would just be a circle. If I take it and rotate it, right? If I were to take this and just, sorry, trying to think how it was rotated. Did they rotate it like this, or did they rotate it like that? Like this. And if we were to draw a line on the strip, right? If I took this now a Mobius or kind of like infinity symbol strip, and I drew a line right here all the way, all the way, all the way, I would never have to pick up the pin, but I would end up on the opposite end, and every point would be covered with that line, because even though you're on the opposite end of it, you're on the same side. Do you understand what I'm saying here? No, you don't. There's something about being exactly where you are and yet being on the other side of it. simultaneously, like the cat. Like if you open the box, then you know if it's alive or dead. If you never open the box, then it's both live and dead. So you are both in the situation and at the opposite end of it at the same time. What the heck? This is some like dimensional leaping going on here. We're like shifting our timeline. Tell me how to do it. I want to get to the timeline where I have 1,000 subscribers and I can go live. That's just the little things for me. You're over here like bending time and reality, and I'm over here like, can we just grow my platform? Oh gosh. Girl. Jeez. And it's totally like when you're meant to hear something, because right before I started filming this, I was reintroduced to the concept of that. I knew about it, but my brain was still trying to wrap it, like currently I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Because I keep on thinking about, what does that mean for the timeline? What does that entail? Oh boy. Okay, my stomach is growling. Sorry if you can hear it. The world. I was gonna say some completion, but as we can see, you're on that strip, turning the way around it, and by the time you complete, you're on the other side of it, but you're at the exact same point you started at, just on the other side of it though. I don't know. So there's a completion. This is some sort of completion. It's coming back around again. Okay, Page of Wands. Mary had a little lamb. These depictions are so interesting to me. Huh. This is a little girl. There's something about a little girl. I don't know. And we have the Queen of Wands. Oh my god, of course this card comes out. This is like the one card in this whole deck that I'm like on the fence about. And here's my rationale. As a Sagittarius, I identify with this card. Queen of Wands, right? We've got my sunflowers. She's got a cat. However, and I know they were trying to do something more exotic, but the cat in traditional depictions of this card is a black cat. I love black cats. Side note, they put a leopard on this. I personally feel like the cat that they used, even if it was exotic, they should have went with a panther. Nice and sleek, lean, and powerful panther. They put a leopard. Is it a leopard? Or is it a cheetah? I can't remember. And I understand that aesthetically it fits it, but also no. So you don't need to know that, but, and maybe that's the thing, is like, can a leopard change its stripes? Are you trying to conform for other people? Huh. Is it important to conform for other people? If at the end of the day, you loop around and you're back at the beginning and you're back at you, what was the point of trying to conform? I don't know. That's a question. Okay, angel numbers, naturally. Ooh, oh sugar, 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 sugar. 0808. There's our circle, right? There's our infinity, or our Mobius strip. Circle, infinity, right? That's literally what we just talked about. Swift action, wealth, empathy, promises, commitment, affection, inner strength. You will enter a time of expansion, so begin taking steps forward, achieving your ultimate objects immediately. Finances will improve. Oh, and somebody has their mind set on you. I got my eyes set on you. I got my mind set on you. But it's gonna take. Fun fact, my favorite Beatle, George Harrison. We put Captain Hook on the side to channel this travel, this water energy that I thought we was gonna come across because we pulled this little ducky. So naturally, I'm gonna pull some cards specifically related to water themes. My Little Mermaid cards. Yo, do you guys think mermaids exist? I'm just asking because I've seen some videos and it got me curious. Also, my stomach is growling big time. Oh, there we go. It is growling so much. Stardust Angel! Oh my gosh, it's so cute. I love me a cutesy one. I love it. Okay. Stardust Angel. Celestial Council of the Night. Steer me soundly with your light. Navigate, instruct, advise. Share your knowledge, make me wise. Enlighten me, help me decide. Be my astral spirit guide. Are we astral projecting, guys? I think that's fabulous if we are. Be careful though. Okay. Things like to follow us back. So we really need to be very, very careful when we travel. Do a lot of studying before we do that, okay? A dazzling beauty floats on the water, but her gaze is fixed towards the night sky. Her soulful eyes seek guidance from the heavens that are radiantly reflecting in her hair. Ooh, okay. Follow your guiding star. We had guiding star come out in our emergency readings twice. We had a star made of rose quartz, which of course is having to do with the heart chakra. And when I think about the heart, I really think about it as it being my North Star, my guiding light. So being guided by that heart chakra, what your true desires are at the end of the day. We all have someone in our lives that we can look to as a role model, somebody who can guide us in times of trouble or uncertainty. Now is just such a time. It is your best interest to turn to this person or follow his or her example. Their wisdom, good sense, and strong moral compass are precisely what you need. Your own feedback on your prepared path. Okay. Put that up. And, you know, I'm not going to leave you hanging. It's going to be a long reading. I don't care. Listen. I'm feeling like Tauruses and Aries needed this, so it is what it is. We're going to get some of these, like, Earth cards. It's been a minute since I've used them, so I'm getting back to them. And, sorry, I dropped a card. And we're getting this one. I'm sorry, I have to look at it beforehand to see if I can garner anything. Okay. Around the rim, you see it? It almost looks like a compass. You see that? It looks like an old-fashioned map. There also seems to be planet Earth with multiple storm. and Africa is very visible. And from Africa, there almost looks like there's more than one light source. And there's an, I don't know if this is supposed to be the depiction of our moon, but let's see. Future happenings. Okay. We are all about future happenings. You maintain a disposition characterized by curiosity, empathy, and adept multitasking. Your dedication and warmth shine through. You fashion enjoyable pastimes to escape the ongoing routine, reinvigorating your inner virtual. You carefully evaluate before confiding in others. Okay, so that's going back to the watching our speech, right? We got that from our little message in the bottle. Careful with our speech. Embrace the happiness of the moment, for it is a precious phase in your life. Rise above the storm and you will find the sunshine. Mario Fernandez. Okay, we saw the storms on there. We did say that. Okay. You know, but why not? Why not more? Why not more? Star Codes, Astro, Oracle card deck. Present and accounted for. Okay. Okay. When I was pulling this card, present and accounted for, I feel like the troops are lining up, the Marines are lining up, and we're getting ready for something. There is, look at what naval bases are nearby. Aries, oh my gosh, and I told you we're doing this in sequence for the emergency reading cards. Aries, Taurus, and Capricorn. Aries was the first one out, then Taurus, and then Capricorn. So that's why it's your card spread is next, is because there was some sort of emergency going on, and there was a lot of animals with horns, something like banging head first. I know that sounds weird. Okay, so there's Aries. So let's see what Aries has for us. This is very interesting. So, and literally, so it's in this book, right? So it's Aries, and then literally, look at in the book, it's Taurus. How interesting is that? Aries, ask you to remind your personal fire, your reasons for being alive. It pumps up the volume on your life force. Its energy is raw, exalted, direct, rude, passionate, and looking for a challenge. So Aries, are we like, I know you're a Taurus, but is Aries just like jumping into something? Use your wisdom to focus this raw power and give it a goal. Aries is the cardinal fire sign whose fresh, brash enthusiasm is symbolized by a headstrong ram. It rules the head and intuition, new beginnings, spontaneous, rebellion, and rebirth. The sun shines here, March 20th through April 20th. So the action, right, is begin, move into new territory, be a hero, cut to the chase. Feel the call to action. Hello. We were talking about Marines and naval bases, and this is move into new territory, be a hero, call to action. Okay. Okay, so that's where we're gonna go with that. Anything else will get us in trouble. So let's pull us some charms, and then we'll pull a message from God. Yes, we do that here. And I know we pulled some charms earlier. Okay, listen, Taurus, we are gonna pull the charms that need to be pulled. And it may be more than you want to see, but it's happening. It's happening. Watch out, Taurus. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Okay, Taurus, you're going to be very happy. A pinch. There you go. Oh, Taurus. This is from an iron cap medication, right? An infusion. So, are we anemic? Are we feeling anemic again? So, signs of anemia will be shortness of breath, walking distances. We're feeling fatigue. We may be pallor, which means pale. So it doesn't matter if you are an ethnic person, you can still have discoloration, right? Not as fully lit up in appearance. Cold is a good, well, not a good sign, but it is a sign of anemia, right? Not having ability to regulate, always freezing, anemia. The thing about anemia is like a vast majority of our dialysis patients, our kidney patients, suffer with anemia because the kidneys are a huge component with a multitude of body systems. And so if there is some sort of possible link with anemia, I would urge you to get a full workup. And again, we're not giving medical advice because we're not allowed to do that here on TikTok. Not TikTok, what are we on? On YouTube. But I would say that it is always best to seek medical advice from your primary doctor and possibly see a specialist if you are having anything abnormal going on. Okay, kids? Then we've got, is it a strawberry or is it an orange? It's an orange. Florida oranges. Where you at? California oranges. My sunshine states are in the house. We've got the World card, which came up literally in our card spread, right? It was here. Oh no, it was a Wheel of Fortune. All apologies. No, wait. Oh, it was here. Scusi. So it's confirmation. We're coming into the completion of something, but remember, we're coming back around again. Oh, this is a Libra. This is our Libra sign. A Libra in your life is very important. Perhaps they're the person that you need to get advice from about moving forward. Libras indicate balance. So September 23rd to October 23rd. Balance. The Justice card, making a mess of my card spreads. The Justice card, you see the heart is being weighed by a feather, which is a very Egyptian way of viewing things. However, I'm thinking image wise, this is hearkening back to Libras, right? Okay, this fortune cookie paper is like had its better days. Lucky numbers 54, 12, 43, 30, 17, 16. Love is the way to a contented mind. And okay, let's pull pinks. Is it dark pinks? No. Is it light pink? Here. No, we're gonna do dark pink. Get rid of all bitterness, rage and anger, brawling and slander, along with every form of malice. Ephesians 4:31. Okay guys, this was your, well, not emergency reading, but this is a more in-depth reading for you because of the emergency reading that we did. So we hope you found it very helpful. If you do like the content, please remember to hit that like button because it lets us know that we are getting on track with the readings. It also helps push the video out for other Tauruses to find, and it costs you nothing. That's the best part of it all. Best part of waking up is vultures in your cup. And let's see, like always, we will be seeing you in the cards. Hey, stick around. There are some links at the end of this video which gets you more videos like this. Binge-worthy content. Ba-da-ba. Hey, and don't forget Saturday morning tarots. Meet us back here for that. Bye.